welcome back to my channel. My name is Jennifer and this is Charlie, and we are doing a get to know us video. We were tagged by our good friend Roy from Recipes with Roy. I will leave his YouTube channel right here so you can go back and watch his video and learn a little bit about him as well. As a lot of y'all know, Roy is also an admin to our Facebook group, and we're really good buddies, and he's tagged me in a couple of these videos, and so we're going to take the time and answer this one. This one is a little bit of a tough one, he said. Charlie has not read the questions. I have read the questions, and also I've already seen Roy's video, so I kind of know his answers as well. If the camera shakes or gets knocked over or something, it's because my cats are going crazy. Luna was just right up here behind me, like turning upside down and everything else, trying to show y'all her bottom. I don't know what she was doing. But anyway, if you guys are new here and you like this video, go ahead and click that red subscribe button down below and hit that notification bell so that you don't miss any of my uploads. I typically upload 3 or 4 times per week. And also follow me over on Instagram. I will leave my Instagram handle for you here as well. And join my Facebook group if you want to. There's lots of great people out there, lots of information. I put my recipes and stuff out there. Here is the Facebook group icon, and there is a direct link to that Facebook group down in my description box. So I'm going to put the name of Charlie's channel here on the screen as well. It is called Charlie Shows You How, and we're probably going to upload the same video over on his channel also, so you can go over there and watch it if you want to. Actually, I would love it if you would go over there and watch the video so that we can ramp up his channel, and he needs some more views and followers as well. There is also a direct link to his channel down in my description box also. Anyway, without further ado, let's jump into these questions and knock these out. I think there's 10 questions. So the first question is, you're sailing away to a deserted island. What 3 things do you take with you? Fire. You're thinking like Survivor. Flint?
Yeah, flint.
Take some flint? Okay, that's what you would take. Well, one thing that I would take is a toothbrush, for sure. What's your next item? Okay, so since I already knew the questions beforehand, I'll say my other 2. So, or my 3 things that I would take is, 1, I would take a toothbrush. 2, I would take a bar of soap, because cleanliness is very important to me, and I know that I'm not going to be able to find those 2 things on a deserted island. And I think the 3rd thing that I would take, flint was one thing that I had thought of because I was thinking of Survivor, but since Charlie said that, then I would take like a bag of coffee so that I could have some coffee on this deserted island. I did grow up in the country, so I do know a little bit about fending for myself and doing some things. I think that I could survive well enough if I had those basic necessities. I could live off the island, I think.
Yeah, I think I'd want some kind of food source and maybe a shelter of some kind too.
Yeah, a shelter would be good. You know, like a tent or something. That would be something that we could take. So, what food source? Like a bag of rice or something? You're just thinking about Survivor. He is. So some kind of food source is yours, right? Flint and shelter. I'm taking a toothbrush, a bar of soap, and some coffee.
You can make that out of bamboo, so you don't need all that.
Make what out of bamboo?
Toothbrush.
Well, I mean, I can brush my teeth with my finger if I have to, but I'd still want a toothbrush. I mean, you never know. You can make a knife out of that too. You know, a knife would be something good to take. Actually. But anyway, I've already said my 3 things and you have 2, so now we're out of luck. So that's what we got. We got a tent, some flint, a toothbrush, a bar of soap, a bag of coffee, and a bag of food.
Fire. Flint.
Well, that's where you take the flint, that way you can make fire. I know from watching Survivor how important that flint is. Number 2, what did you do today that made you think hard? I might have to think hard about that question.
Probably for me it was trying to figure out what was wrong with my seat. I had to fix a seat on my Land Rover, so and I didn't record it, so just something.
Oh, you didn't record that one? No. So tell him why you even had to fix the seat. Because he went to pick up some new steps for the pool yesterday, so he had to fold the seats down.
Yeah, I folded them down, and when I went to try to fold them back, one of them got stuck. And it took me forever. I had to just give up and start over again today to get it to go back.
But he got it fixed. Except for you need one other little part or something.
Yeah, when I was messing with it, I broke the latch clean off of it, so I'm going to get another one for it.
Okay.
But it still works without it.
So I don't know if I really had to think hard about anything today. I mean, my answer is going to be boring. I'm an accountant. You know, I look at data and numbers and stuff all the time. So, you know, just some work stuff. That's not out of the norm, but otherwise I really haven't had to think hard about anything today, to be honest. I've kind of turned more into like a dreamer, you know, and thinking about my future and this YouTube channel and stuff like that. So I'm not really thinking hard about anything if I can avoid it. But,
I don't like to think about much.
Charlie. There's an honest answer for you. If he doesn't have to think about it, he sure as heck isn't. Actually, I am kind of an overthinker, but that might come into play into one of these other things. Oh, number 3 is a little bit difficult. List 5 random facts about yourself.
Let's see. I used to be a meat cutter.
That's why he does all my prep work and my videos. If y'all, some of y'all know that because I'll reply and say that he used to be a butcher and he has good knife skills. I almost cut my finger off several times, and so he just finally took over.
Random facts. That's tricky. Got a crooked nose here from breaking it on a steering wheel. That's pretty random.
You're so funny.
You got any?
Well, 5 random facts about myself. I haven't really thought about it, to be honest. But one, well, I'll just start with something simple. So my favorite colors are like pink and black. I wear a lot of pink and black. Those are, black would be my number 1, and then pink would be my second favorite color, which I am wearing a pink top and black shorts at the moment, although you can't see the shorts. Another random fact about me is I always wanted to be an accountant growing up. My uncle was an accountant, and so that's what I did. But, you know, it's not the most rewarding job in the world. So I think that becoming a creator, I've never felt that I was a creative person, to be honest. You know, I'm more of an analytical type person, but as I have started this YouTube channel, I have realized that I do kind of have a creative side to me, and I really enjoy this. And as most of y'all that follow me and watch me know, I would like for this to be my full-time job. So again, I think that I've kind of evolved a little bit over the years from just being my analytical self to, like I said earlier, being more of maybe a dreamer and kind of seeing things in a different light. With that being said, I am an overthinker. You know, I do think that I overthink things to an extent. Charlie's looking at me like I'm a crazy person, but I think that a lot of women tend to do that. I don't think that men tend to do it as much. I might be wrong about that. I'm not trying to generalize it or anything, but I myself am, I deal with anxiety, and so I do kind of overthink things to a certain extent. Another random fact about myself is, for being a girl, I think I like cars, you know. My first car was a 1965 Mustang that my dad restored to its original condition, and I got that when I was 16, which, as you all know, is a mistake because guess what I did? I wrecked it, of course, and I would do anything to have that car back today. If anybody has the Mustang that my dad had, then I will buy it back from you today if you happen to be watching this video. But, you know, now I do have a Land Rover, and that's kind of been the car that I've been driving for the past few years. And, but I do have like a love and appreciation for cars and stuff. I know a lot of women probably don't even care about cars that much, but I do. I don't know how many facts I've listed now. Is that 3 or 4? Do you have any others? You've listed 1.
2, I think.
Oh. You got a crooked nose and you were a butcher.
Is there anything else anybody needs to know? Well, I've got an astigmatism in my left eye, so it's hard for me to see out of that eye. But my other eye's almost perfect.
He really can't see anything, to be honest, y'all. Especially without his glasses. And our granddaughter broke them this weekend.
Yeah.
And he about panicked.
Took like an hour to get those fixed.
And so he's in there and got all this stuff spread out on our granite, which if you've seen it, it's like multicolored or whatever. I mean, it's a light color, but it's got a bunch of different browns and grays and stuff in it. And I was like, why don't you like put a white towel under it and put all the pieces on it? Well, that helped because then he could actually see what he needed to by putting it on that white surface, and he got them put back together. But he probably does need to go get another prescription because I think he needs some stronger glasses. Just in the past 2 or 3 years, his eyesight has really went down overall. That's 3 for you. I may overlay like music on this, y'all, just so that y'all aren't like listening to silence. Maybe the tune to Jeopardy or something. 5 facts is hard to come up with, isn't it?
I'm a big sci-fi fan, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, that's a good one. You always really like that one show.
Yeah, what, Doctor Who?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I grew up watching that on Channel 8.
Oh, was that a PBS show? I forgot about that.
Every Saturday night.
So I would say that I am a pretty big horror fan. I've always liked to read horror novels. I've always loved Stephen King and stuff like that. That's one thing that Roy and I have in common. I love any type of scary movie, and there is yet to be a movie almost that's actually scary to me. I mean, new movies come out, and I'm like, ooh, it looks scary. It looks so scary. And then it's always a disappointment. So I'm still waiting on that one movie that really, really scares me. I think I stated 5 random facts. I don't know if you did.
Maybe.
All right.
We'll never know now.
We'll move on. We're already 15 minutes in, and we're only on question 2. Question 3, I guess. Question 4. Can you describe 2 strengths about yourself?
2 strengths. Let's see, I'm fairly stubborn.
That's a strength.
I think it is.
I think that might be the answer to number 5, since you haven't looked at the questions beforehand. But why do you think being stubborn is a strength? Because you stick to your guns or whatever?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, y'all, he's never wrong. Let me tell you. Never wrong.
True. I'm not supposed to answer that question, right?
Are you going to answer another strength, or do you want me to go?
Strength. Fairly patient, maybe. I think that's a strength.
Oh, yeah. I'm not. So you're stubborn and you're patient. 2 strengths about me. One, I think, is if there's something that I want in life, I will figure out a way to get it. I'm not afraid to make a change, whether it's sell the house and buy a new house, change cars, change jobs, or whatever. As I've gotten older, I feel like I will take more of a risk than what I did when I was younger. I was too scared to take risks.
Yeah.
Do you agree with that? Yeah. And then I think another one of my strengths, and it could be a weakness too, it might be the answer to the next one as well, but, I think my sense of humor, I think I'm funny. A lot of people may not. A lot of y'all may not, but I don't know. I think that I have a certain humor about me, and I can kind of bring a different perspective to people. Do you agree with that? I mean, I can be really sarcastic, and that's where it kind of can turn into a weakness. But anyway, I think it's a strength to have that humor. I've been through a lot of stuff in life, and I have just learned to lean on that humor, I guess. It is something that if I'm in an uncomfortable situation, then it will kind of help me through that, if that makes sense. So I've always just kind of fumbled my way through life, and you got to be funny. You got to laugh at yourself. You got to laugh at certain situations and learn how to move on with it. So those are my 2 strengths. 5, describe 2 weaknesses and how to make them strengths, which these are similar questions. Okay, so I'm going to use like my anxiety. I see that as a weakness, but I think to make that a strength is, I will overthink something and kind of dwell on something until I kind of figure it out. So there is a good side to that. I don't like to be a worrier. I do worry a lot, but sometimes if I'm anxious about something or something that's upcoming, I will think about it a lot in my head and kind of have it figured out before I can kind of get to that, or figure out whatever I need to in whatever situation I'm in. So I could take anxiety as a weakness of mine and turn it into a strength in that way. My second weakness that is a strength is I am pretty brutally blunt with people. I will pretty much say whatever is on my mind at any given situation, no matter who I'm around. So you always know where you stand with me, and it is almost a weakness. I see it as a strength. Some people see it as a weakness because, you know, my mouth can get me in trouble sometimes. But I also see it as a strength because I feel like people, once you really get to know me, then you appreciate that honesty that comes along with it, and you kind of know exactly where you stand with me. So that would be my 2. What you got? Describe 2 weaknesses and how to make them strengths. It's going to take me forever to edit this video.
2 weaknesses.
See, y'all, Charlie thinks that he's so good that he doesn't have any weaknesses.
Weakness.
He doesn't even understand what that means.
You got to have one for it to be used against you, right?
You have to answer the questions.
I don't know. Sometimes maybe I care about 2 people too much.
You care about people too much?
And I feel like that could be...
Maybe.
I don't know. I guess maybe... I guess I'm fairly technologically challenged, like with some of this YouTube editing and things like that for these videos. But somehow or another, I still, with some help, can figure it out.
Well, and also, I mean, for anybody that wants to know anything about starting a YouTube channel, there's tons of videos out there to watch to help. So Charlie has, you know, been educating himself and watching videos and, you know, just learning the ins and outs of it. And it is hard getting started. All right, ready to move on? It took him 10 minutes to answer that question, y'all. Number 6, name someone who influenced you and why. So I'll take this one first. So I'm just going to say my Uncle Don is the one that influenced me. I felt like, you know, and that's my dad's older brother, and he was never married or had kids or anything, but he always treated me and my cousin like his daughters, and I feel like he tried to help provide opportunities in my life that I might not have had otherwise. I really looked up to him. Like I said, he was an accountant. That's why I became an accountant pretty much. And he passed away several years ago, and, you know, took a piece of my heart with him because he really died too young. And yeah, I would just have to say him because he was a professional. He was professional in everything that he did, to be honest. I mean, his home, I mean, that's one reason that we even have the friends and stuff that we have in Florida, that we're going to use their condo and stuff like that. He was a great influence on my life. He influenced me to go to college. He would always give me enough nudging and enough pushing to push me to do better and to be better. Sometimes even if it hurt my feelings. And overall, I guess I do appreciate that. I can take constructive criticism, but I don't know. He's my person, that I would say.
What's the question?
Charlie's over here. What's the question? Name someone who influenced you and why.
Maybe my granddaddy. You know, he was always there for me, and you know, growing up, really without a father figure around, he was always there, and just seemed like he was always a good example. And you know, if I could just come close to you know, the way he was as a person, that would make me pretty good too.
Don't get teary-eyed. Okay, so that's good. So number 7, what is your favorite part of your personality? And don't say stubbornness.
Maybe my sense of humor.
Well, I think that's my answer too. I do think that we both have a sense of humor. I think that sometimes it hasn't come across the screen on here. You know, sometimes to people, they feel sorry for you. Poor Charlie.
But I'm way funnier than you.
You're not way funnier than me. He is not. I'm funnier. So yeah, I guess we both think we're funny. Nobody else in the world may. Just FYI. And that's fine. Number 8. How would your best friend describe you?
Go ahead.
You want me to answer that one? So, I would say my best friend's my sister, first of all. So how would she describe me? She would probably describe me as always being there for her, you know, always being that shoulder to cry on. And I would say the same things about her. She knows me. She knows literally everything about me. She knows my heart. She knows that I use humor, but she also knows that I am sensitive. Even though I may act like I'm not sensitive, I am a sensitive person. Hopefully she would say that I'm funny. But I guess that's all I've got. I mean, I don't really know. That's hard to say how somebody else sees you, but her and I know each other so well, and like I said, she knows the exterior of me that other people may see, but she also knows, my heart. She knows everything. So, I don't know. I don't know what else she would say other than those things. Oh, God. Y'all. How would your best friend describe you? Are you getting hot? Want to turn the air off?
I am. It's hot in here.
So we're upstairs, y'all, while he's thinking of this question. And this bedroom has this vent on the wall up here. But it either freezes... Okay. We had to swap out our memory card real quick. So Charlie has to answer the question on how his best friend would describe him. Go.
Maybe loyal. Always willing to help him out.
It's hard to think how somebody else would describe you. 2 more questions and then we'll be done. Number 9. What is your favorite thing to treat yourself? Okay, I'm going to take this one first. My favorite thing is to shop. Okay? I don't even have to think twice about it. I love to shop. It's a bad habit. I go through stages where I try to be good about it. And then I go through stages like I did this weekend where I hit every store up in town. But anyway, that's my favorite thing to do. I'm going to treat myself with clothes. A long, long time ago, it might have been treating myself with food, but I don't see food as being a treat anymore. I mean, sometimes it's a treat, you know what I'm saying, but I don't think, oh, I did something great. Let's go eat this big, massive meal. So, Nico's trying to get my memory cards over here. So yeah, shopping. That's how I treat myself.
Ice cream. Oh, wait, is that totally different from what you picked, right?
It's fine. We don't have to pick the same thing. And number 10, when do you feel the most confident? Okay, so I'll take this one first. I think I feel the most confident, to be honest, when it's just Charlie and I here at the house, hanging out, kind of having a chill day. I'm confident in my own home. I'm confident in my own surroundings. Things like that without a lot of other outside influence, if that makes sense. And so I would say that's where I'm most confident. I am, like I said, an anxious kind of person sometimes, and just depending on, well, here's Nico. I didn't think a kitty was going to get back up here. I love just being home with Charlie and my babies and chilling and, especially too whenever we have our granddaughter. I don't know. That's when I'm feeling my best and most confident. Your turn.
I don't know. Maybe when say I'm doing a repair or something, and it's something I guess I've figured out from past experience, and I know it's something I can do, that I'm pretty confident that I've done it before, and now I feel safe to do it again. The major errors have already been done,
Yeah, y'all know how it is. Well, if you're older, then you know how it is whenever you're young and you first get married and stuff. I swear, Charlie couldn't do anything, really. I mean, very little. I mean, we made it. But then, and most people always still have their dads and stuff to rely on, but Charlie's dad actually passed away before I even met him. And then my dad died whenever I was pregnant with our second child. So I was 25 years old, I guess, when that happened. And we hadn't been married but for 2 or 3 years at that point. Our other daughter was 18 months old, so, Charlie really had to kind of step up after that point and really learn how to do everything and take care of us and, truly be the man in all of our lives. And so, just over the years, he figured out how to do and fix everything, and now he's just, Mr. Fix-It.
Thanks, YouTube.
And now he has a YouTube channel, and Charlie shows you how, and hopefully there's going to be more than just his car footage on there.
Yeah.
Which you did put a ceiling fan video up. Okay, so we're going to wrap it up. I know this is going to be long. I swear, y'all, I cannot do a short video. But this one here made this one longer, I think. Not my fault. I'm just saying. But thank you guys for watching. Thank you so much, Roy, for tagging us in this video. So we'll try to get this edited and get this put up either by Friday or Saturday. I'll put it up on my channel for sure, and if you want to put it up on your channel, then we will. And yeah, thanks, Roy, for tagging us. Hopefully we gave y'all a little bit of entertainment. Hopefully you get to see our personalities together a little bit. I know sometimes it's hard in just the little vlogs, especially when Charlie pretends like he doesn't want to talk or can't talk, which, you know, he can, and he has his own channel, and he is more comfortable in front of the camera now, I think, aren't you?
A little.
It takes a little while to get used to, but anyway, so we will wrap it up here. Do the things, subscribe, like, go watch Roy's video for sure, and I thank y'all, and go over to Charlie's channel. Charlie shows you how. I will leave that here on the screen also. I love you guys, and I will see y'all in the next video.
See ya.
Wake me up, I'm getting tired of sleeping.